Today I'm going to go over how I was able to make $650 on Bet365's initial sign-up bonus, the risk-free first bet. At the time, it was a $2,000 risk-free first bet. At the time of making this video, it's now a $1,000 risk-free first bet, but you could still make anywhere between $300 to $400 at least using this sign-up promo. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I did what I did and how you can make $300 to $400 on this current sign-up promo. All right, so let's get into it. So, like I said, my promo was $2,000 risk-free first bet. Now it's a $1,000 risk-free first bet. They do offer a bet $5 get 150 in bonus bets promotion instead. But however, I would always recommend choosing the risk-free first bet in this scenario when you go to sign up for this sportsbook. The value for the bet $5 get 150 in bonus bets is around $100, and this risk-free bet is at least $300 in value. Like I said, somewhere between $300 to $400 at least. So definitely choose this option, the first bet safety net, when you sign up for Bet365. I'm going to go over the play that I did when I had a $2,000 risk-free first bet. I found a hedge opportunity on Oddsjam, and I used my risk-free bet hedging spreadsheet. You can find that in my free Skool group under resources. The cool thing about Oddsjam right now is they've updated their software, so you might not actually have to use this spreadsheet. But this is the play that I went through. It was Nets money line and Mavericks money line. So they were playing each other. So I did one bet on Bet365 for Nets money line at plus 145. And then I did another bet on Caesars on Mavericks money line minus 165. So I put the $2,000 risk-free bet on Bet365. And then I put a $2,250 hedge on the Mavericks money line. So this is what it looked like when I placed the bet in Bet365. Wagered 2,000 to win 4,900 total. And this is what it looked like in my account under my offers once I placed the bet, to tell me that basically I had locked in that risk-free first bet, the first bet safety net. What ended up happening with that bet was the Nets lost, and I got $2,000 in free bets. So this is what it looked like in my account. Then I went back to Oddsjam, and I basically found a bunch of opportunities to turn those free bets into cash. I've made videos about this. Basically, it's called a free bet conversion process, where you're taking your free bets and you're hedging them with another sports book to earn guaranteed profits from those free bets, because the free bets are like casino credits. They don't actually convert into cash unless you do this process, and that ensures and guarantees that you turn them actually into cash. So I was able to place a bunch of bets. These were basically the maximum that I could place on Bet365 with those free bets. So that's why it's like broken down into a bunch of different bets. It is great that Bet365 allows you to break it down, because some sports books, when they give you those free bets, you can't break them down. But the good thing about 365 is they do let you break it down, so you can basically do multiple bets. And each one of these bets I hedged on another sports book using the free bet conversion process. So this is just an example of one of the bets. This bet right here, the 662.33. The free play line was plus 225, and the hedge line was minus 261. On another sports book, I was able to place that bet. And so I placed this hedge bet. I usually round to the nearest $5, so I probably bet about 1080 on that. And overall, after the dust settled, all of those bets ended, and obviously one side of the bet won. My overall profits were around $650 at the end of that. That was kind of a high-level overview. I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty here and show you exactly how to do this yourself. The way that you find opportunities is using Oddsjam, like I mentioned before. If you don't have an Oddsjam account, you can use this link right here, oddsjam.com/subscribe !ref equals JOMO. You'll get a 7-day free trial and 25% off your first month. And once you've signed up for Oddsjam, you'll be able to use the promo converter page. So we're going to head over there real quick. So this is what it looks like. So here's the promo converter page. What you would do is, and actually before you do this, you want to come over here to profile. And then once you're on profile, you want to click manage excluded books, and then go over to this drop down arrow and click select all. Once you do that, it's going to select literally every book that Oddsjam pulls from. And then once you've selected everything, you want to include the books that you have access to. So whatever sports books you have accounts with, you want to press Control F on your keyboard and find them. Let's say we wanted to do FanDuel, then you just type in FanDuel, you find it on this list, and then you press X, and that will include that book. You want to do the same thing with Bet365 since you're creating an account. I already have Bet365 on here, but if I didn't, I would just do Control F, Bet365, and then I would click X here. And so once I've done that, then I click Save Changes, and that way the promo converter page is going to show me all the sports books that I have access to. In order to do this process, you're going to need to have at least 2 sports books. Okay, so if you don't have a second sports book in addition to Bet365, definitely get an account. I would recommend FanDuel to start out with if you're totally new to this. With FanDuel, you can do the bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets while simultaneously doing this promotion, the risk-free first bet on Bet365. So once you've done that, you want to come over to promo converter. When you're on the promo converter page, you want to type in Bet365 here. You want to make sure that you're choosing no sweat bet here. And you want to change the bet amount to 1,000. I always recommend maxing out these risk-free first bets. If that's a little too much for you, because it is going to require you to put $1,000 on the Bet365 side, and then anywhere between probably 1,000 to 3,000 to 4,000 on the other side. If you don't have that much capital available to place this bet, then you can come back to this at another time, the Bet365 promo. I would suggest doing one of the smaller sign-up bonuses. FanDuel has one, DraftKings has one. Trying to think. I have a whole list inside of my Skool community of all of the sign-up bonuses that are available in your state. If you want to see a list of all the different promos that are available, just join the Skool group. The way to join that, you can just go to predictableprofits.co, www.predictableprofits.co, and that is the link to get my free course that's inside of that Skool community. With that being said, I'm just going to keep moving forward through this video as if you have the funds available. Once again, it's going to be anywhere between $1,000 to $4,000 on the hedge side, and then $1,000 on the Bet365 side. Once you've placed or you've put $1,000 in this bet amount, you want to make sure that this says bonus bet and not site credit. And then what you want to do is come down to filters, and you want to only select main markets. You want to unselect alternate markets and player prop. The reason for that is because Bet365 is most likely not going to let you place $1,000 bet on those markets, the alternates or the player props. So you want to target main markets, you want to target main sports. So you want to target money lines, point spreads, and point totals, the main lines for all 3 of those categories. So I'm just going to press refresh here now that I've changed the filters. And then I'm going to be looking for something like this, a money line. I actually like this a lot. All these others seem to be alternate spreads for some reason. I don't know why those are still showing up, but you want to look for money lines. So this one's nice too. You don't have to put that much on the FanDuel side. 1330. I think that would be a good one for someone who has, maybe $3,000 that they can put towards this. Let's just say we were going with this. We would put $1,000 on North Carolina State at plus 175 on Bet365. Then we'd put 1330 Texas Tech minus 184 on FanDuel. And you'd profit $420 regardless of which side wins. The first step in the process, obviously, is this bet right here. And if it ends up that the Bet365 side loses, you'd have to do a second step, which is the free bet conversion process. So if that does happen, if you get $1,000 free bet on Bet365, then you would simply come up to the top of this page, change the promo type to bonus bet, and you put $1,000 in here again. And then you'd look once again for a money line opportunity. Or you could do a point spread as well and break it down. Just know that Bet365 isn't going to most likely let you put the full $1,000 on these alternate spreads. This one's decent right here. San Jose Sharks money line and Tampa Bay Lightning money line. So you'd put the $1,000 free bet on San Jose Sharks money line and put 2410 on Tampa Bay Lightning minus 352 on Bet Online. And that would end up profiting you around $685 on that side of the bet. Now, the reason that it's so high is because when you lose on Bet365 at first, you take a little bit of a hit. But then on the free bet conversion side, you make up for that and then some. But ultimately, what you'd end up making is probably between 30 and 50% of the $1,000. So between $300 to $500 is what you'd probably make if you were to use those exact two options that I just gave you. So that's basically it. That's how you find the opportunities, place the bets, and what to do if the bet ends up losing. Now, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to post it inside of the Skool group. Once again, it's a free Skool group. The way that you access it is by going to www.predictableprofits.co. And once you opt in there, you will be taken to the next page, which will link you to the Skool group. So this is what the Skool group looks like. It's called Transformational Sports Betting. We got a bunch of members in here that are asking questions and posting their successes. And also I'm sharing a lot of tips and advice in there and answering any questions that anyone has. So definitely make use of that resource. If you go over to the Classroom tab, I also have my free course here, Predictable Profits, as well as a bunch of resources that are super useful in making guaranteed profits from these types of sign-up promotions. I wanted to finish this video with some final tips. Like I said, you want to make sure that you're not doing player props. You don't want to do alternate markets. You also don't want to do obscure games or obscure markets. For some reason, when I tried to place this bet, Georgia Tech money line, I had a limit on my bet, and it said I was trying to do the $2,000 risk-free bet on it, and it said only $428 is going to be placed, and then this needs to be approved. Now, I would not recommend going ahead and pressing place bet and just crossing your fingers hoping that it gets approved, because if it doesn't get approved, the bet is going to be placed at that amount that it says right here, so $428.57. So I would not recommend clicking place bet in this scenario. The way that you can avoid this is by choosing one of the four main sports: NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB, choosing money lines. That's most likely you're gonna be allowed to place the full amount, the $1,000, on one of those bets. And I would recommend that it is a money line for another reason. The second reason is when I placed this bet, the Brooklyn Nets money line for my risk-free first bet, I also had this early payout option selected. Now, it didn't work out for me for the early payout, but the cool thing is that Bet365 has a bunch of these promos. So this is what they look like: the baseball early payout, NBA early payout, NCAA basketball early payout, and hockey early payout. Now, if any of these were to happen, the team that you've selected, if they were to go up by these number of points that are on this page right here, you would automatically win that bet. And there's a chance that if you win that bet and then the team ends up losing that game, that you'd win on the other side, your hedge side. There's a chance that you could potentially double your profits or more than double your profits if both sides of your bet, your initial bet, end up winning. Definitely take advantage of this promotion for Bet365 and make sure that you're doing moneyline bets for not just the risk-free bet, but also the free bet conversion bets as well, because you could do it for those too. So that is my final tip. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please join the Skool group if you haven't already. It's really going to help you avoid any sort of mistakes along this process. If you have any questions along the way, you'll have someone there to support you. So definitely check out that group. Once again, predictableprofits.co. So thanks so much for watching this video. I look forward to hearing about your success using this strategy. And until next time, have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one.